All right, guys, welcome to the Mental Stability Podcast, From Thought to Execution. We provide real stories, strategies, and techniques in order to help you build the life and the resilience you want to get the habits so you can overcome obstacles regardless of your problems or situations. Today on the podcast, we have Aaron. Now, Aaron's been my friend for a very long time, and he's doing some quite inspirational things quite recently, as well as overcoming some massive obstacles. We're going to get into that in this podcast. I think you should listen to this podcast if you've been going through some struggles yourself, you've been lacking in motivation, or you just really need to understand how people overcome problems and how you can integrate that into your life. So, without further ado, we have the amazing Aaron. Aaron, what's your story, my friend?
All right, guys. I'll start off quite simple. I'll probably start off from the beginning, to be honest, in my childhood.
Excellent.
I didn't have the best childhood in the world. I was beaten a lot by my dad as a kid. And then when I was 17, I was bullied in school a little bit for the first year, 7 and 8. And then when I was 17, I found out, no, when I was 15, I found out my mother had cancer. And then 17, I found out she was terminal and then she passed away. At the age of 22, no, the age of 23, my sister committed suicide, took her own life. 24, my granddad died. And then recently in October just gone, me and my ex-partner had a miscarriage. We lost our baby. Terrible. January just gone. And then I found out my cousin had took his own life. And then unfortunately, I had a bad lapse of events leading up to all of this, and I ended up in hospital in February. 18th of February, the exact date. And I also didn't add, and I was stabbed in 2018.
You was.
Either. It was a mugging gone wrong on the way home from an art out, and someone someone did stab me after we got into an altercation, an unprovoked altercation. We're trying to rob me, and me being me, try to stop him, which I did effectively.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's me.
Well, I think the first thing is, it's really important that you've come out and you've spoken about these things, because obviously when it comes to maybe it's the male mentality, maybe it's because we're from a rough town, we seem like we almost have to take everything on board. Now, I've been a close friend to you for many years, and I knew some of these ups and downs you've been going through, but not all of them. And that goes to show that, sometimes even the people you think you know most, you don't actually know what's going on in life.
That's why it's very important, and I'll stress this a lot, that it doesn't matter if someone's saying they're okay all the time. Just because they're saying they're okay, it doesn't mean you don't have to go and check on them. What it was with me, people will say, "Oh, you doing, Aaron? You all right?" I'm fine. Do you know what I mean? The times I couldn't be bothered talking, I'm fine. But the times I really did want to talk, were the times where people weren't asking me, was all right? Where I felt I needed them. So it's important, and you know me, Pete, I ring you a lot.
Yeah.
And I do it with all my other mates as well. And I'll ring them for a quick 5-minute chat. I'll take 20, 30 minutes out of my day just to ring a couple of mates just to see how they are. And you might bug them, yeah. But at least they know then, if they ever have any problems, they know they can come to me. And then they don't have to feel like a burden. I think that's a problem nowadays. Men feel like they're a burden, and it's integrated into our system to be a man and let nothing bother us, and we're the protectors, and we're the ones that have to be okay all the time, we're the ones that have to help the women, etc., and there's just not enough guys speaking out, and this is why the suicide rate is 75% in men, 25% in women.
Yeah.
It's 18 deaths a day in men. 18 deaths a day, which is ridiculous. 84 men a week can take their own life.
Nice wink there. But yeah, you've made more than a value point of just speaking out about it. Like, oftentimes it's, if you're out with your friends and you do struggle, you're trying to put on a brave face and you're trying to forget those things whilst you're out. So if someone says, "Are you okay?" you don't want to go, "Oh, actually, no, I've had a terrible week," and all this. Or I've been thinking really dark thoughts. You don't say that openly in the pub or with your friends or wherever you are. because you don't want to address that when you're out of it. It's your only moment you get away from that darkness or away from those thoughts. And I think that's where these problems can really hide, and sort of, if you never have those deep, in-depth conversations with people you know and you trust, this never gets unrooted, you know what I mean? And people just tend to live with it.
The worst time, and I'll always say this to everyone else, is when you sleep. It's when you're about to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And I always say this: people can be fine through it today, but as soon as they're about to go to bed, that's when everything comes flooding.
Yeah.
Because you're alone then. You're alone in bed with your... Or you might be with your partner, don't get me wrong, but she might drop off to you both trying to fall asleep. Mm-hmm. But you'll always be alone with your own thoughts, and that's the worst thing.
That's the moment I call empty thoughts when I talk to people, because often they're even false, you know, they're telling you people don't care about you. They're telling you that you're not good enough and stuff like that. And it's a complete falsehood if you actually looked at the facts, but you really feel those thoughts that sneak in. So there's little things you can do, obviously, that we go over to try and help people overcome that. But today I think you're quite inspirational, because all of this has sort of happened to you over and over through the years. And now you had your own spell, and now you're in a position where I feel like you're trying to not only overcome it, but inspire people to do more and to really come out.
I feel like I'm in a dominant position because, there's all these psychiatrists and stuff out there. And I do think they're fantastic, don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. They've got a degree for a reason. But I always feel like it's better speaking to someone who's been through it. You feel more of a connection, do you know what I mean? And nowadays, with a poor funding in mental health, people can be waiting months and months and months.
Yeah.
Months and months and months to go and get an appointment, do you know what I mean?
That's
not everyone's got that time. So I think that's why it's important, especially people who've been through it. You know, just even if you're battling a little bit yourself, to try and put yourself out there, try and help other people. I've tried and tested all of this, me, Pete. As soon as I came out, I started doing these videos, and then I realised that wasn't working for me, because they were just bringing back stuff. And I thought, you know what, I'm not ready to do that. I'm not ready to keep speaking about it all the time.
Yes.
So I said to myself, right, what else can I do to help people? And that's why this marathon thing.
Oh, we're going to get into that, don't worry.
That's why this fundraising came into effect. I thought, what other ways can I help people? And this is what I can do. You know what I mean? So fundraising for me is probably the next best step, because at the end of the day, I only came out of hospital 2 months ago.
Yeah, definitely.
Just because you come out, just because you go in hospital and then you come out, doesn't mean you're okay.
Doesn't mean you've no.
Don't get me wrong, I feel in an absolutely amazing position, and I do. And I know for a fact I'll never put myself in that position ever again, because I know what's going to put me in that position.
Yes.
And what's going to put me in that position is what I'm going to avoid. And mostly for me, everyone's got their own triggers. Mostly for me, it's negativity. Negativity. As soon as I see negativity, that's it for me. If someone's being negative towards me, in the sense of moaning about daft things, do you know what I mean? I don't mean negativity in the sense of someone coming telling me that, oh, I'm feeling down today and stuff like that.
No, obviously not. No, because that's something
in general life, like people who just talk negative all the time and have no positive thoughts.
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%. It's that kind of, who's your influence? If you're hearing negative things all day, what do you think your experience is going to be? You know what I mean?
Negative. I always say, and it's such cliche as well. It's to surround yourself with positive people.
Yeah.
I always say that people's positivity will rub off on you, and I use this as a big example, right? When you go on a phone call with somebody and they're saying so negative, and they're saying so down, you come off that phone call, you're thinking, Jesus Christ, you know.
They've ruined it.
A little bit crap now. Or you go on the phone to some customer service or something, and they're so upbeat and they're saying so positive. You come off that, and I always feel better, and I think, wow, that person's just been nice to me. But that's just me personally. I like being nice to people, and I like people being nice to me back. That for me is what drives me forward. For everyone else, it can be completely different. But personally, that for me is a driving force in looking after my own mental health for the near future.
Yeah, What was because obviously you put yourself in a position where you was in a really well didn't put yourself in the position, so to speak, but it happened, and you was in a really dark place. I know this happened for me. What was the maybe turning point or thought that the first thought you maybe had, or first thing that you noticed and you said, you know what, I deserve better, I am better, you know, I can get out of this. What was it for you?
For me, it was probably the second day I was in hospital.
Right. Okay.
Weird. It was like some people it can be like a progression, but for me it was just like an explosion.
Right.
It was like a massive explosion. And the second day I was in hospital, and I was just like, right, what did I do 2 days ago? I was like, trying to kill myself. What did I do 2 days ago? Why have I done that? I need to pull my head out my backside and really hit this head on. And the issue was me always. And Pete, you knew a couple of things, and I'm close to you. I could tell people one hand that I told everything to, and it's mostly ex-girlfriends. That's it.
Yeah.
I've never really spoke about it all to my mates, etc., etc. It was mostly not really about this. You could say it's about stigma. It's more of the fear of people not caring. That's what it was. And then when I was in hospital, I was just like, the best thing I need to do now is just to write a status on Facebook and explain everything. And that was the best thing for me. Yeah, people might say, "Oh, you're looking for." I'm not looking for attention.
It wasn't like that, no.
That was the best thing for me. It was like, I just let everybody know, let the whole world know. It's like having a big deep breath and just going and just letting that air out. And that's what it was like for me.
I think that's quite a good point, being almost transparent with everyone, getting it off your chest. And the fact that you've laid it out that people can do it on Facebook is quite important.
It's what you've got to understand is as well, you can't go around making people feel awkward. Don't be negative about it. And I say that a lot. I say that to people a lot. Don't be negative about it. Try and be positive about it. Explain your situation. Then explain what you're going to try and do. Don't turn around and be like, yeah, I'm still feeling like I'm going to do this. Don't write that on Facebook. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you just put worry into people. Try and be positive. If you've got your own struggles going on and stuff, maybe speak to a close friend privately. Ring, I don't know, there's loads of support numbers out there which you can find on Google. Ring those numbers, and that's what they're there for. They're not there to pick up the phone and say, "Oh, you got mental health problem, go away." They're there specifically for mental health. Yeah. People need to understand this, and people are there for you. The help is out there. You just got to go out there and get it. Because another thing I'll always say is, there's only so much doctors, psychiatrists, therapists can do. And I'll say this a lot. No one's going to lay out a red carpet for you. You have to fight it yourself. Yeah. There's going to be times where you're going to be on your own. Most of the time, you're going to be on your own. I'm on my own most of the time because I'm currently single. And it's those times you've really got to battle within yourself. And another thing that I always do as well, Pete, and I'll say this a lot to people, is that if you're feeling down, don't beat yourself up about it. Yes, right, okay, beautiful. Worst thing you can do. If you start beating yourself up about it, you'll make yourself 10 times worse. I always sit down to myself and say, if I'm having a bad day, it's all right, Aaron. I forgive myself for that. It's okay for me to feel down. Just because you feel down doesn't necessarily mean you've got mental health, but everyone has down days. Mark Zuckerberg, who's got billions of pounds, Bill Gates got billions of pounds. They'll have down days. Doesn't matter how much money you've got. Everybody's human, and you're going to get down days. It's just you've got to ride that wave and just do what you're comfortable with. Don't try and force yourself to do something that you don't want to do, because it necessarily can make you worse. There's some down days I can have, and I'll just want a day off Facebook, which you already know about, Peter, and I'll just deactivate Facebook, and I'll have a day to myself. Yeah, I did that pretty much today, yeah. And I feel fantastic afterwards. That's just my way of dealing with it. Sometimes I just want to zone out from the world for the day. Because obviously I do have a lot of things going on aside from the mental health. I've got a lot of projects going on. And sometimes I'm just like, right, today is going to be my day. Shutting off, maybe go on my game. I'll appear offline so no one can see me. And I'll zone out for the day and leave it to myself. And when I feel a bit better, I'll come back and I'll carry on. I'll just clear everything out. It's like clearing my system out. I love that.
I think that's hit on 2 points there. One was I had a podcast with an artist called Helen, and she simply stated it's okay to feel sad sometimes, and I think that's beautiful. Like it is, it's perfectly okay for you to have a day where you go, I'm not okay, you know, and just feel it, embrace it.
Too much about it.
Yeah.
And they'll put on Facebook, I'm sick of feeling sad. I'm sick of feeling this. And the thing is, you're going to feel sad longer the more you beat yourself up about it.
Yeah.
Got to ride that wave.
On top of that, get away from distractions. It's the first part of my first book. And it's like, you've overwhelmed yourself with too much. You need time to think and rest and be yourself.
Get away from negativity.
I love it, yeah.
Get away from negativity. And I'll stress that so much. You're feeling sad, think in your head what's going on that's negative. I know sometimes you can't always avoid it. Any negativity you can avoid, get it out your head, get it away. If it's a friend that's constantly being negative, it's time to, I wouldn't say to him as, I'm not being a friend anymore. Distance yourself. That's all I'm saying. And all my friends that I've got now, all my close friends, are all positive people and all people who support me. And that's all I want.
200%. I think in general, just that kind of, if someone's being consistently negative with you and putting you down, watch their intent, watch who they are, and say to them, you've made 5 negative comments in a row, and just point it out to them, because maybe they don't even know it's their own thought processes that have put themselves down,
And at the end of the day, it's because some people have been doing it for so long, it's just a natural reaction.
Yeah.
Sometimes you've got to sit down to yourself, and even Frank can tell you, well, maybe you should sit down yourself and think, I've just had a conversation with somebody, and all that being is negative. And the thing is, we speak a lot on Facebook, and go through your messages with your friends and just see, what are you putting?
Yeah.
It's like, why am I negative all the time? Maybe this is why I'm feeling down. Maybe this is why I'm feeling a bit upset today, because I'm constantly being negative. Or just do something that you know is going to help people.
Yeah, think outside of yourself.
Personally, is what I do. For other people, it might be going for a run. I don't know. Do something that you feel like makes positive, but don't feel like you've got to force yourself to do it. Wake up in the morning and feel like you want to do it.
So, what's your thoughts? And then, if you are struggling, think of other people you can help and pick them up first. Yeah,
always. I always say that.
So we were saying the first time for you then was sort of, you was in the hospital second day, you put this post out there. And that was you just the first step of you sort of getting to grips with it and overcoming it. Now you've taken it to a whole other level of almost, I'd say, self-punishment in order to raise awareness and help for other people. Because I know what you've got planned is something huge. Do you want to talk about that? Like, what's your plans?
Yeah, last week I was just sat there, like I was explaining before, I was like, oh yeah, I was doing some videos and I was putting them on Facebook. But then I was listening to them back, and I was just like, I listened to my back next day and I'm just like, no. But the thing was, I never sat there and I thought, why have I done these videos? I thought, you know what, it's tried and tested.
Yeah.
I never beat myself up about doing stuff.
Right.
If something never works out, don't sit there and say, why the hell did I ever do that? Just go, it was tried and tested. Everything is trial and error.
So you're talking about not putting yourself down for failure?
No.
Is that no?
Everything's trial and error. You know, anybody successful will tell you.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, they didn't just get a straight road. It was like, here you go. There's £1 billion now. You've got a £1 trillion company without having failures, and it's about sitting there and telling yourself that everything's trial and error. And it's the same with your own mind as well. Everything is trial and error.
Yeah.
If you try new coping mechanisms and they don't work, don't say, why is this not working? It's trial and error. Go and find something else that might help. But I'll get off the subject.
Yeah, no, but that's something. I find a lot when I've coached people. They'll tend to go, "Oh, I want to lose weight. I want to do certain things. I want to pick up certain habits," and then within a week they go, "Well, I've not lost the weight yet." And I'm like, "Well, it's not magic. You know, it takes time. It takes effort. You're going to fail a lot.
If you want that, go get lapos up.
If you want it instant, it's like, definitely, it's not magic.
Everything in life, you've got to put in the work. It's the same with your mind. At You know, the craziest thing is as well, it's great looking after your physical health. Look after this. And I mean that because at the end of the day, this is what you're stuck with 24/7. With this body, you can go and get rid of it. You can go away from negative people.
Yeah.
You can't get away from this. You've got to look after it. And I'll stress that so much. Your mental health is more important than your physical health.
I do talk about a lot about what's the first thing you think of when you wake up in the morning. What are you focusing on when you wake up? What kind of goals or aspirations or what self-talk? You know, these kind of things I always try and cover. Is there anything you specifically do?
Anything I do? Do you know what? Pete? And this is so simple. Simple, and I think
I love it. I love simple.
I sit there and I say to myself, I've got a roof over me and I've got food in my belly.
That's great, mate.
It's that simple. As long as I've got a roof over me and food in my belly, everything else is a luxury to me. I'm grateful for everything else. But the thing is as well, I don't value, obviously I value things, but I don't value things that other people do. Thing is, I'll show them just as much appreciation going buying a chocolate bar than I will buying a Ferrari. Show the exact same appreciation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The issue is, people will sit there and they'll always argue with you. Money will make you happy because you buy everything that you want. No, it won't, because you go and buy that house you wanted. 6 months later, you want a bigger house.
That's it, yeah. It's the
you go and buy that dream car you always wanted. 6 months, you're bored. You want a better car. You'll always want something better. In anything that you buy in life, you'll always want something better. And that's why you've got to sit there and say to yourself, what really makes me happy?
Yeah, sort of appreciation.
Money will make you happy to a certain point. For me personally, self-love. Loving myself is the key for my mental health. When I'm loving myself, I feel amazing. And it's what people don't like after enough. There's some very selfless people in the world, and they'll go and help people so much. But sometimes you've got to be selfish and look after yourself.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Don't beat yourself up for it. Sometimes you've got to be selfish and look after yourself first.
Well, that's a lot of people are very kind-natured, seem to get walked all over or they get put down, and they say, I help everyone all the time and I don't feel good about myself. And it's like, well, have you stood up for yourself? Have you built your own confidence?
Just because you stand up for yourself doesn't mean you're not kind. It just means you're not being a what. And that's me. I'm me, Pete. I'm the nicest and most respectful lad you will ever meet. But I won't let anyone walk all over me.
All your friends,
If I'm being nice to somebody, I feel like they're taking the mick out of there. You're gone. That's it. You're gone.
It.
Don't. Well, I'll talk to you when I see you, but I won't consider you a close friend or a friend.
100%. You've taken this new challenge on. After you've gone through that, you've only been out of a hospital, so long. You've gone through all this pain and suffering. What is this massive challenge that you've decided to take on, Mr. Aaron?
Yeah, so about 2 weeks ago, I've been thinking massively about doing a marathon. And at first, it was just a marathon.
I did 6K the other day, and I was gone.
People that I don't know, to put it in perspective, a marathon is 26.2 miles. And world elite runners will do it in 2 hours, 1 minute. Average runners will do it 3.5 hours, 4 hours. Not very good runners will do it 5 hours.
Yeah.
It's a long time. And I've decided to do 2.
2 marathons. Now, bear in mind, like that could take years of training and stuff. And,
years of training.
It's going to push your body to the limits, and to do 2 in a year, could be a big challenge for most people.
It's not 2 in a year, it's back to back.
That's what I'm going to get into. You've not just taken it on as, a yearly challenge, I'll do 2 this year. It's simple. 2 days, you are going to put yourself through, tremendous struggle. But the idea behind that is because you're raising massive awareness and you're doing things.
I'm raising awareness for for men's mental health mainly. It's for everyone's mental health as well, but mainly for men's mental health for me, because it's such a close thing. Like I was saying before, Pete, 18 deaths a day, man. Male suicide.
There's no need.
18, that can be 18 families. That's 18 people left. 18, wives have lost a husband, kids lost a dad. It just doesn't need to be, and especially in a time in lockdown, the rate's just getting even higher.
And
because
right
people are
now,
struggling with money.
people are what you're a message away from a friend. You know, it's not like you have to walk anywhere to see them. You could connect with someone so quickly now, and it's so sad to see that people won't reach out, or they feel like they can't.
The thing is, there's too much going on in the world, and people can see it everywhere, and it's so negative. If you think about it, I know mental health wasn't really massive back in them days in the sense that I didn't know much about it, but in the 20s, 30s, 40s, I didn't hear much about suicide at all. It's because they didn't have all this going on. And the thing is with lockdown, I always try and look at something worse. So be like, lockdown's bad. 1939 to 1945, it was sat in a bunker for 6 years with no heating, with rations. We're complaining because we've got to go and order a takeaway every night.
Because we're stuck in our house.
I've got laptops, and we've got PlayStations, and we've got Netflix. But the issue is, a lot of people have been brought up on that, so now they feel like they're hard done by. Put them to 1939, they won't last 5 minutes. Will not last 5 minutes, and that's the thing with me. If I'm feeling crap, I always sit there and think that people have always got it worse than they do. There's always somebody that's got it worse than you have. Always.
Oh, 100%, 100%. So let's say someone's listening to this now. There'll potentially be someone listening to this now who are going through that struggle where they feel lost. They feel like they can't reach out. What lesson would you have for them? Like what
lesson would I have? Right, and I'll say this first of all: if you're feeling suicidal, feel like you're going to go and do something, please go to A&E. Go to A&E. It's what I did.
Right.
I was taken by the police, so I was going to take my own life. And I'll tell you something about suicide, right? And it's crazy. A lot of people have suicidal thoughts. A lot of people have suicidal thoughts. The complete big difference between wanting to do it. When you feel like you're wanting to kill yourself, right? It's euphoric, and this sounds crazy. The reason it's euphoric because you're like, I was stood there and I was like, right, I'm finally going to go and kill myself. All this pain's going to go away. It's like, thank God, I'm going to be with my mum, I'm going to be with my sister. It was a euphoric feeling. It wasn't like, oh no, what am I doing? It was like, I can't wait to do it.
I totally agree. I was 2 steps away from jumping off a platform when the train was coming in. So I totally understand that mindset of just, you know what, do this and it's gone. All the pressure's gone. All the stress is gone.
But the issue is you made that mistake. You can't take it back. As soon as you jump, you cannot take that back.
Exactly. And the thing is, for me, it was after the initial, obviously, I didn't go through with it. I mean, the next day I woke up. I didn't, mate. Next day you wake up and you think, oh, wow, that was close. And again, don't let your circumstances define you. Just because you're going through a rough time now or you have been for a while doesn't mean that's who you're going to be forever.
You know what I mean? Always going to be like that. That's the issue.
Definitely not.
Well, in some sense, some people are diagnosed with certain things, and that's absolutely fine. They have medication to help it. Some people are diagnosed, and they will naturally have low moods all the time anyway, just naturally. Yeah. Now, we've got to try and defer this. Some people are naturally have low moods, and they really need strong medication to bring them up. That's normal. But for most people, it's not like that. Most people, it can change.
It's a life problem. It's a situation. It's a life problem.
It's what you're doing in your life. We'll try and differentiate. It's not going to work for everyone because, like I just said, some people it's just a condition that they have, and you can't. And most people won't have that condition. It's about filtering it out. You know what I mean?
No, I think one thing that we've not really got into is that you've been quite successful in your own rank with your Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and tournaments like that in the past.
Yeah,
and you're competing. So in a way, you're a complete winner as people look at you. You completely smashed those.
Don't get me wrong. While I was going through all these struggles, I was working with an MMA show for 4 years, UK Fighting Championship, one of the biggest ones in the country. For amateur shows, very professional, good at the Guildhall, absolutely fantastic, and I made some lifelong friends, absolutely amazing friends that I'll never forget. I had some amazing times, absolutely fantastic. I left that in October because I moved down to Midlands, and I thought I wanted a little break anyway. I've competed in MMA, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I like doing everything. But that's, for me, that's a hobby for me. It's not, I don't sit there and think, oh yeah, I can go kick everyone's head in.
No, definitely not.
Someone's enjoying chess. It's just something I enjoy. That's what I enjoy
No,
doing.
this is what I'm saying. You was quite successful at that as well, which it goes to show it's not just people who it's not people who just have bad luck, so to say, or bad things that appear to be having a bad time that can be struggling as well.
I have been very successful, mate. I've done a lot of really fantastic things in my life, but just because you've done great things doesn't mean you're immune to. There's an ambulance there. Can you hear it?
Yeah, it's fine, mate. Don't worry.
It doesn't mean you're immune to feeling sad. You know, some people will sit there and they're like, "Why is that third person feeling like crap when they're wearing all these designer clothes?" And it's like, everyone's bloody human. Everyone's human. Everyone can feel down. And all these celebrities taking their own lives. Do you remember that guy called Burr? I forgot what. I think he used to be on Love Island ages ago, and it was a proper woman.
One of the Love Island, right? Yeah.
Proper womanizer, I think. And you never have thought anything was wrong with him. Ended up taking his own life, and everyone was like, "What the hell?" Caroline Flack. She's another one. No one thought anything. Everyone was slating her. Everyone was slating. Everyone was giving her crap, stuff like that. Goes and killed herself. The same people are saying that. And they're the ones running around saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe it." And it's like, you've got to understand, guys, just because these people are celebrities doesn't mean you're immune to feeling like crap. Speak about a celebrity like you speak about your friend. And these people are human beings, they're not robots. It's what people have got to understand.
Yeah, totally agree.
I think celebrities are under a lot more pressure than we are, because everything's on show. Everything's on show. With a lot of us, I can go and sit down and just exit the world. These celebrities can't. As soon as they're walking out the door, they've got paparazzi in the face. You know, they've got to deal with all this stress and extra baggage.
Yeah,
I can imagine going at my door every single day and having cameras pointed in my face, and then being front page because my bum's showing. You know what I mean?
No, it is. That's realities for a lot of people.
Media are the same. Media are just horrific people. Media is horrific. There is fantastic media out there, but a lot of them are horrific. And these paparazzi, right? You've got to have a certain soul to be one of them. Because you'll take a picture and you'll completely manipulate it. You get a story, being a journalist, and you'll completely manipulate it, and then it becomes Chinese whispers.
That's it.
And one person will say one thing, and then they'll change it. I'll just get told you end up with this massive story. Next thing you're talking about a celebrity. Next minute you're talking about a dog bumming a dog.
Whatever it is.
And I know it sounds stupid, but it's Chinese whispers. You end up with a completely different subject from what the actual truth is.
In current society, though, everyone is sort of their own celebrity with Instagram and with Facebook and stuff like that posting this fake lifestyle. What do you think could be a good way to use social media for people's confidence, maybe, or for reaching out?
Don't get me wrong, but some people enjoy looking good and posting pictures. That makes them feel good. That's fine.
Confidence is fine.
That is okay. I do it. I can be a little bit sometimes. And I'll put a picture
confidence, though.
Oh, yeah, I think I look pretty all right today. And I'll put that picture on. But you know what I mean? But I think it's the people that I've seen people do it before. They put a photo up, they've not got many likes, and delete it. You know what I mean? I put a photo up because I like it. Not because I want you guys to like it. I like it. I put it on. Get 0 likes. Who gives the monkeys?
That's it.
And people, and something I'm hearing a lot lately, right? People are popularizing themselves through social media. They think if I don't get 100 likes on a photo, no one likes me. You know how many stories I hear as well? I've had people speak to me, right? Random people message me, and they say, and it's people that are getting. Sometimes it's girls that are getting 250 likes on a photo, and they message me saying they feel so alone. Those 250 likes aren't going to come to bed with you every night. You can get all these likes and all these people speaking to you, but how you go through your phone and how many people have rang you today and had a proper conversation? You know, not just put on your status. Oh yeah, that's a funny meme. You know what I mean? How many people have actually rang you today, proper cared about you, And that's what I try and do. I try and ring people, and I ring them for a 5-minute conversation, just so they know that somebody cares about them. You know what I mean? Somebody does care about them.
So go more into that for the people who don't ring out, who don't contact people, who don't do anything like that. How quickly can that change your day?
The thing is, right, and I'll say this, and some people are natural anyway. Some people won't ring you because you're not ringing them. And
I agree.
It's just the way the world works. And what I've come to notice is I'm just going to ring people whether they ring me back or not. It's something I want to do. Sometimes,
you want to contact them.
just because I want to ring them. What people feel like is like they're entitled for them to ring them back. And it's like, it's not like that at all. It just ring someone because you want to ring them. And I'll tell you something, you'll do it for such a long time, and then you'll sit there. And some of your friends, and I promise you now, and I've had some of my friends change a lot towards me in good ways because I've rang them. I've become so much closer to a lot of friends because I've been giving them 5-minute phone calls every couple of days. You know, you start building a connection rather than just liking the statuses all the time. You know what I mean? It's more of an intimate connection. You rang them and it's just you two. You feel
you could even feel anxious at first, but then once you start
at first
talking,
you feel anxious, and then the more conversations you have, the more easier it becomes. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about, mate.
And in lockdown, you've got that actual social connection and stuff, which you need. You know what I mean?
The thing is with lockdown as well, guys. If you're listening to this, you've got to be grateful. You have to be grateful. You've got all this social media. I can go and talk to fucking a dog in Australia. You know what I mean? You just talk to guys if I can. I can go talk to anyone I want to across the world. Your family members and stuff. Back in the old days, you had to send letters and hope that they got it.
That's it, yeah.
There's no way contacting them saying, "Oh, did you receive that letter?"
I mean, that's the way.
Such a good position technology-wise. This generation is the best time for technology. Take advantage of it.
Reach out more. Contact people who you want to contact.
Yes.
And
do what makes you happy.
Boom! I like it.
Always say that. Do what makes you happy. Don't do what other people want you to do that makes you unhappy. If it makes you bloody happy, you bloody do it. If you want to wear pants on your head, you wear pants on your head. I don't care. And I'll say this a lot, right? As long as you show me respect, I show you respect. I've got a lot of lads who are gay. I've got a lot of mates who are gay. I don't care. Do you know what I mean? I watched this video of this guy who's got this 3-foot circle. 3-foot circle rule, right? Don't know if you've heard it before. It's a 3-foot circle rule. If it's not in my 3-foot circle, I can't influence it in any way. I won't care about it. In the sense of like media and stuff like that.
I agree with this.
For example, this Black Lives Matter protest, people are getting so stressed about it. And I've got this 3-foot circle rule, and I'm like, it's not affecting me. Don't care about it.
For me, it's if I can't. It's not that you don't care. It's not that you're ignorant to it. It's that if you can't amend it, influence it, or affect it, then it's better that you focus on yourself. Yeah, you need to focus on you.
I'm not going to get into it too much, but the Black Lives Matter thing, it doesn't matter what you're going to do. Nothing's going to change. You're always going to get racist people.
Well, it's not.
You're always going to get terrorists. You're always going to get neo-Nazis. You've still got Nazis. You still support Hitler.
But
80 years from the war.
Yeah, what you're saying is it doesn't matter what the news or the media or what everyone else is doing. What's important is that you focus on things you can affect, that you can
exactly.
change. Yeah.
What you can change is your friend down that road. That's what you can change. You can ring them up and now they've gone. They could be feeling down and you don't even know it, and then you've rang them and then they've gone down the phone and gone, bloody hell, he cares about me.
Yeah.
And I feel so much better.
That's huge.
It's massive. There's no better feeling than feeling like people care about you. No matter what your personality is. Feeling
100%.
loved, feeling like someone cares about you. And that's what most people want. To put it in the simplest ways. But I'll tell you something now, guys. If you're struggling, all this media stuff, ignore it. Ignore it. Because it's just going to add more stress to your life. But the status is about what's going on in the world. You're stressing yourself out because people start arguing with you. You end up in a massive argument with people. You'll go to bed thinking about it and you're stressing yourself out.
It's ruin your day. And so with all this, Aaron, you've got the big 2 marathons in 2 days, which is wow. Like, I want to run with you. I'm not fit enough. But
The thing is, I'm
what-
a very fit lad in general, so that's why I said two. I don't smoke. I take this, but this is CBD.
yeah,
Like, I do have a bad shoulder, so I take it to
same, yeah.
help with pain in my shoulder. I've always kept being in fitness anyway, so I'm quite confident I can do it. I know it's going to be very tough, but the issue is it doesn't mean you have to run all the way.
No.
Whether it takes me 14 hours, I don't give a monkey's. I'm going to do it. I'm setting an example. It's like all these donations, I'm giving everyone a reason why they should donate. They should be donating anyway. In my world, they should be donating. If I had £1 million, I'd donate it all. But I want to give some people a reason, like, whoa, one marathon's all right. But you see a lot of people doing one marathon, I'll do it back to back, and people look at it and think, wow, that is absolutely incredible. What he has done is absolutely incredible. And the thing is, I'm doing it on the 27th of June, 28th of June, Saturday and Sunday. But I'm keeping the donations open until the 20th of July.
Awesome. That's great.
Basically, so I can get around saying, yeah, I have done it, and I've got my Strava because it's done the live tracks as well. So I'm not cutting corners. You see exactly my pace, exactly where I'm going, and how many miles I've done.
And if any of you guys who are still watching this in that time zone, obviously they can.
Yeah, they can see it. And the thing is,
they can...
if it says I'm going 80 miles an hour, then you know I'm driving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
So
I'm trying to put. I could easily turn around and say, yeah, I'm going to do 2 marathons, and then wake up next day and go, hey, I've done two marathons yesterday when I've not even set foot out the house. I said I'm either going to take videos maybe every 8 miles.
Yeah.
You know, just say, right, this is me 8 miles. This is what getting on.
This is what I was going to ask, was he was going to vlog the experience, and what I thought was, is there anywhere people can go to find it? Because I've had people asking.
I mean, as soon as I'm still, the thing is, I put this just giving up a couple of days ago. I just had the artwork done. Have you seen it? Yeah, you've seen
class.
the artwork.
Yeah, class.
And the guy who's done it, he used to do the fight posters for our show. So I know him very, very well. And he's donated it. He's done it himself and he's donated it. Because I said to him,
That's really cool.
Let me give you some money. I was like, no, my donation. That's fantastic. But yeah. What was the question again?
When these videos are done, because I've had people asking me, essentially, where can they find you? And I'm like, well, is this going to be Aaron's only challenge, which we could get into in a minute, but where could they find the videos? Obviously, I'll post them alongside you, but where can it be found?
They'll be on my Facebook.
Excellent.
I'll put them on my Facebook. And if I want to, I might do it on YouTube. And and this doesn't stop here, Pete. This does not stop here.
I love it.
I'm gonna do these 2, and then I think I'm just gonna do ones after that.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it 3 times a year. Do one for mental health, one for cancer, and one for people who've lost babies, miscarriages. 3 charities I'm gonna do it for. I'm gonna do it every single year without fail, unless I'm in a wheelchair. Then I do it in a wheelchair.
Yeah, I'll push you. It'll be fine.
Brian Potter.
Yeah, come on. No, seriously, I think that's really cool. Which what you could do as well is people next, when they want to try a challenge, they could run with you, and you could almost coach them whilst running, and talk about life.
Definitely, I mean, you don't even have to run all the way.
Definitely not.
You want to run half a mile, you run half a mile. Me, want to run a mile. I'm not stopping. I'm gonna keep going. But yeah, do what the hell you want to bloody do, mate.
Yeah. So for you've had, as Sarah almost skated over it. You sort of had really hard times growing up and things you've been through. It. Like, as you say, I don't want to focus on it too much because it's not good to talk about too deep. I don't want to upset you.
Hey, I'll tell you something now, it doesn't upset me. The time it upsets me is when I keep doing these videos. That's when it upsets me. When I'm doing this now, when people listen to it, I know it's helping people. It's just a one-off, and it's like, great, fantastic. We're talking about it, we're discussing it. The thing is, with these videos, I'm sat there on my own talking into a phone.
Yeah,
people don't see, I'm talking into a phone. I'll give his thoughts in here. With this, we're discussing it, and we're breaking it down. This is absolutely fine. You know what I mean? This is completely different from me doing the videos.
I love that. That's good. Welcome to be my guest anytime, Aaron. This is awesome. But what I want to know is, you've been through all these struggles, bullying, loss, you know, family members, all these stabbings, robberies, all these things that you've been through. What's your next? What's your goals? What do you want to be next? Like, what do you think's? Because you've been through all this, I think you're going to be so determined, strong, and courageous. You're going to have a sort of impact on other people and influence.
I think I've got to understand is not get overzealous.
Yeah.
Or don't get too over the top with it.
Right. Okay. I'm with you.
Don't let it get to the point where I can help people and stuff, but I've got to understand I've got to help myself as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I was explaining before, I'm a very selfless person, but I'm mature enough to stand back and say, you know what, I'm going to be a little bit selfish now. Maybe I'll just chill out for a week. That's what I've got to understand. I don't always have to help people. I can have a week or two. I'm just having me time, and that's it. And I'll do it when I want to do it. Just don't get overzealous with it. I know it sounds stupid, but you can get over determined.
Yeah,
and it does affect your mood. You're so determined. You really want to do it, and you can't physically do it. You've not got a good time in your day, and it makes you feel even worse. Don't get over determined.
Yeah. So what for you? Let's go into what people could start today. Let's say that they're struggling and stuff. What are the main things you'd say that they should focus on? For me, I'd always say physical fitness, martial arts, something like that.
Yeah, that's
habits,
great.
You know,
well, yeah, that's always good. But for things, it's different people. I mean, for things, it's different people. For people, it's different things. For me personally, there's some days where I can't even be bothered going on a punching bag in lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to go and sit in my room and play Warzone. Absolutely fine. That's what I want to do. What people have got to understand is not beat themselves up for not doing a certain physical activity.
Right, I'm with you, yeah. That's
you know
good.
what I mean? Routine's fantastic, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But don't start making it feel like you're in prison.
I love it, yeah. Don't
you know what I mean?
I think that's one thing.
If you want to get into a routine, sit there and be like, yes, I want to be in this routine.
Yeah.
Don't wake up and think, shit. That makes you feel like you're in prison. Don't imprison yourself.
Don't be too harsh.
Yeah, don't be too harsh on yourself.
I think that's a good.
As well, Pete, and I'm saying that to you as well.
Never. I'll never stop. I'll never stop. No, I understand fully. You have to have those moments for yourself. So I think one thing that you go into is make it okay to have your moments, but also make it okay to shut yourself away and get away from it all. You know what I mean? Sort of be okay. You know, don't always be out there. Don't always be available for everyone.
You don't have to.
No. Look at that. How casual. You don't have to. Do what you want. I love it. But that's it. That's carefree.
I speak so casually because I do have stuff. Obviously, I've got a lot of things going on in my life, but my mind feels so free. It's like, no, I don't want to do that today. I'm not going to be able to do it.
I love that.
I don't feel bad about it. It's like, no, I don't want to do that today. I'm not doing it.
That's not who I am today, and that's fine.
It's just not what I want to be.
Yeah, definitely.
Say I'm gender fluid.
Fair play, mate. Fair play. Not really. So we've got for people out there who are going through a tough time, through struggling, maybe it's bullying, maybe it's loss, maybe it's stuff like that. You're saying essentially do things that are good for you. Allow yourself to be sad. Reach out to people. Don't be afraid to talk if you're feeling down. Go to A&E. Yeah.
I'll tell you something there. If you speak to a friend and they're not always showing you much attention, right, I'm going to say this now, right, and it might sound bad. Some friends are just not very caring people. It's just natural. Some people are just not very caring people. And since I come out of hospital, it's filtered out a lot of friends for me. And it's filtered out in the sense of who my true friends are. Which it has. It doesn't mean I'm not friends with them other people. It's made me sure who I can go to.
Yeah.
Who I know will actually help or will talk to me for 5 minutes. And that's the great thing about it. And this is what people need to understand about speaking out. You can speak to a friend and you feel like they're not helping you. That's fine. Maybe it's just their personality. They don't want to help you. Maybe go and try speaking to another friend. And then you might find it complete opposite. And they're like, me, just speaking to you all the time. And nagging your head.
Maybe,
like
yes.
I said, everything's trial and error.
Awesome.
Don't feel crap. Don't sit there to yourself and think, oh, well, he's not caring that much. It might just be their personality. It's just the way it is. You can't knock them for it. If they want to be like that, they can be like that. That's totally up to them. You're not gonna change them.
I think that's one thing, but some people's values are different. So certain people could need to be contacted twice, 3 times a day to consider someone a friend, where others who are your friend will just need it once a month or whenever.
There's been times where we've not spoken for months.
Oh no, it's fine, but I'll see you and
I'm saying in the past and stuff. There's been times where we've not spoken for months, probably times we've not spoken for a year. And I speak to them, and it's like yesterday. They're the kind of friends that you want. That's what I'm on about. You know what I mean? Yeah. Not friends that you want to get. And it's awkward when you start speaking again.
That's it, mate. I love it. So how are you going to prep for your 2 marathons? Just play some Warzone and get in the Warzone?
No, mate, just been looking after the diet. It's mainly looking after the diet, making sure I'm stretching and making sure I'm buy some new running shoes. I'm running every night, like 2-3 miles. Keeping in shape more than anything. It is going to be very, very tough, but the thing is, for me, I don't think it's more physical. I think it's going to be more mental. I think running anyway in general, like doing marathons, it's more of a mental thing. People say this to you when they're training weights and stuff, and they're training to get bigger and that. Say a lot of it is in your head. Everything's in your bloody head. But when you're sat there doing that and you can feel the burn, your body's just like, no. That's your head telling you no. When you put that down and you've not done that extra rep, that's your head telling you no. You know what I mean?
100%.
Right. And that's going to be the same. There's going to be times where I'm going to be running and I'm going to want to cry blood.
They call it the wall, yeah.
And I'm going to want to cry, but you're just going to battle that in your head. It's that mental strength you've got to have, and I feel like I've got that now.
Love that, yeah, definitely. The going through the adversity, staying strong when.
I've got 2 fights coming up as well.
Well, I was waiting for you to go on. So, not only is Aaron doing marathons, helping people, raising awareness, been through enough struggles, and all that.
I'm doing an MMA show as well.
Oh yeah,
I am. I'll talk about the MMA show first.
Go ahead, yeah.
And this is crazy. The second day I was in hospital, I got a phone call from a guy called Rob Freeman. Owns his own.
Great guy. Yeah, great guy.
Blackburn Predators. Does a lot of stuff. He does like free youth classes. Great things for Blackburn in general. Used to work with him on the UK Fighting Championships. He approached me and he said, and you know what? These little words he said, and it made me feel so good. He went, I know how well respected you were in the UK MMA scene as a person. And
That's
I was
massive.
like, he said, I really, really want you on board with me. And I was like, fucking do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So our show was actually supposed to be 27th of June, the day I'm doing a marathon. But obviously with the corona, etc., we're probably going to look at early next year now. That's what we're going to look at. We're going to focus on. So he's got his own gym. He's going to focus on that, getting it back up and running, etc. We'll probably, if we can fit a debut show in and the year, we'll do. If not, we'll start it next year. But not just that. I decided to be a bit of a crazy person. But the thing is, it's what I want to do. I've not sat there and said, right, I'm going to do it, or force myself to do it. I want to do it, and I'm fighting bare knuckle.
Bare knuckle, Aaron.
Fighting bare knuckle.
I love it.
And I'm fighting a guy that no one wanted to fight, which is a guy called Bullet Karan, and the name is intimidating enough.
Right, Bullet.
Promoter spoke to me in a tournament. He said, "Do you want to fight this guy?" And I want to fight him. I said, "Yeah, no problem." Didn't ask anything about him. Signed it. It was like, "Yeah, he's had 40 pro fights." I was like,
Oh my days. Right, okay.
He's had 40 pro fights. He's fought like Josh Warrington, Kiko Martinez. He's fought some very, very tough guys. He's not won them. He's fought some very, very tough guys. He's been there with some tough guys. And then I've got a bit of a warm-up one for like a new blood title on the same show. New blood lightweight title against someone called Joe Werner. Turned around to me and he said he's had 100 street fights with 50 knockouts. And I was like, great, fantastic. Don't think he's ever stepped to the boxing gym in his life.
Right, okay.
He was giving me a lot of crap, and I said, promoter, put the fight on. I'll use him as a tune-up fight, this other fight.
Love the confidence. It's great.
Promoter knows anyway I'm going to smoke him, so we go in there, do what I need to do, get a bit of a feel, and then I'll fight the really more experienced guy next.
I think that's huge because, I mean, it's risky, but everything in life's risky anyway. May as well do it. You want to do it, which is
I
exciting.
want to do it.
And it's just like, yeah, I love the confidence. Yeah, it's tune up fights, man. But you're
I have to
also
have confidence there, and
that's it.
And I'm in a group on there, and I get a lot of shit because they're like, "Oh, you're so cocky," and it's like, "Yeah, I'm cocky because that's how I roll." That's.
I mean,
if you speak to me, like after the fight, if you speak to me, I'm nice and whatever. But that's how I get in the zone because I am confident. That's. Don't get me wrong, right? And I'll tell you something now. If someone turns around to you and says they're not scared of somebody, they're fucking lying to you.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter if you're the best MMA fighter in the world against the worst. You're still scared. I'm scared.
You can get caught.
I'm petrified of going in these fights. Mostly am, but I'm confident as well. But you need to be scared. You have to be scared because being scared gives you a certain sense. Just gives you like a sixth sense. Being scared, like your body's telling you it doesn't want to get hit. So that's when you start using your movements, etc. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That sense.
You come alive from that fear.
You come alive in a sense, you know, you really switched on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. I like it's quite exciting stuff. It can be used in the same think of anxiety though. You're supposed to feel scared at times. You're supposed to take on challenges that scare you, that make you feel nervous, because then you switch on, because then you're more aware of risk. But you have to build your own inner confidence to overcome the problems.
I had that with, like, I'm officially diagnosed with PTSD.
Right, okay.
That's what I've got, post-traumatic. I don't have depression or anything like that. PTSD, and that's what it all led down to. And the thing is, PTSD is a lot of anxiety in there, because I used to walk down the street after I got stabbed. I couldn't have anyone walking behind me. If I heard someone walking behind me, I had to stop still, turn, and wait till they walk past.
Well, more, totally.
I felt like someone was just going to pull a knife out, put it in my neck. That's how I felt.
Understand.
And if I went on public transport, if I went on the train, I have to sit right at the back. I couldn't have someone sitting behind me because I feel like they're going to put a knife in my neck.
Yeah.
That's just PTSD from what's happened. It's PTSD from everything else in life as well. Boom. So let's put that over there. Don't have depression or anything like that. PTSD.
Yeah, definitely. That's. I mean, everyone has their own issues, problems to overcome it, and for you to come out, not only, deal with that and sort of live with it, but you've also come out to actually fight. So you're fighting through it in a way. You know what I mean?
And there's another great thing going on as well, Pete. I got approached by an MMA videographer, and he wants to do a documentary on me. Excellent.
That's awesome to hear about as well.
He wants to talk about my mental health battles and then go into fight. It's like fighting, something like fighting for. It's a nice little name. I forgot what it's called now, but yeah, he's going to be doing a mini documentary about everything that's gone on while I was in hospital, and then leading up to a fight. He's going to do a bit of marathons.
Well, it's going to be. It's like the ultimate success story if you come from such hard times to actually fighting through problems like that and coming out on top. That's going to be incredible.
Out of hospital. I want to sit there and be an inspiration to people that it can happen quick. With some people, it can happen 2 years. With me, I'm very fortunate. It took me 2 months. Don't feel like you've got to rush it. Do you know what I mean? Don't feel like just because I've been all right 2 months, if you're in a bad place, you should feel okay 2 months. Because it's not always like that. I'm still going to get shit days. I'm still going to have days where I don't want to leave days and I want to sit in bed all day and cry. Of course there is. But at the end of the day, I understand that. I understand all of that.
You embrace it.
Yeah. And I tell you a little trick I do as well, right? Especially like anxiety. When you're overthinking, you've got a lot of things going on in your head. What I do, and it's so simple, I put shelves in my head. Little shelves in my head, and I'll put what's more important at the top. And I work my way down in them shelves. So sometimes when you've got so much going on, you start thinking about one thing and then you're like, shit, I've got to do this. Sit there, put shelves in your head. Boom.
I like that. Nice little strategy. I could add a little newsletter to that. Maybe help you, write one up for us. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
But no, this is cool. Like maybe a YouTube channel where you're putting these documentaries on. I'd love to see that and share it and help you along that as well. That's huge. You know what I mean? Just coming out on top.
And you know what? I'm very honoured. so honoured. Like, I'm genuinely really honoured.
Yeah, definitely.
Not like, oh yeah, I'm the beast now. Everyone's gonna
I'm the man.
yeah, it's an absolute honour.
Yeah, I think it's a testament to yourself that you've not let any of it go to your ego, that you're taking these challenges on, that you're going through these problems as well. So living
Go on,
a living inspiration in a way, yeah, and that's good to see. Any words, anything to say about anything?
Things to say, guys. Focus on self-love. Loving yourself will make you want to go and do things.
Yeah.
Once you love yourself, you'll feel so confident. Confidence is massive. I'll say this to a lot of people. Confidence is absolutely massive. Do what you can for self-love. That's what I'll always say to people. Do what makes you happy. Don't let anyone dictate your life.
If you don't know what you enjoy doing as well, one thing I say is try loads of stuff. Try stuff. It's fine. It's fine to be bad. And see what you actually like. Just do it.
Everything's trial and error, like I said before. Trial and error. Don't beat yourself up with certain things. Everything's trial and error.
I like that. Yeah. Might get a t-shirt going with Aaron, trial and error.
Trial and error. That's my great night.
I like it.
That. Trial and error.
Love it. I love it. Yeah, so that's basically been this podcast overall. We've covered, a lot of your problems and even better, the things that you're doing to overcome them. Your exception to the things that you have to deal with as well. That's huge, because a lot of people just say, I had this problem, now it's gone, now, everything's fine. It's not the truth, it's definitely not the truth. You have to embrace your sad days and live knowing that you have these problems and stuff, but also don't be a harsh judge on yourself. I think, you've come up with some incredible words of wisdom here, Aaron, which this is probably the deepest conversation we've had. Pretty hard for us who usually laugh and joke.
Right? I don't see it as deep,
Mm-hmm.
I don't, mate. I don't. It is deep, obviously, but I enjoy talking about it sometimes. Yeah. I know for a fact someone's going to listen to this podcast, and I don't give a crap if it gets 20 views. If one person listens to it, if it changes his whole life, that's all I'm bothered about. Changing one person's life. One person's life.
I love it. I love it.
Bothered. Whether I change 1,000 lives, if I can change one person's life, I am happy.
Mm-hmm.
I am happy. I said this with a marathon. Do you know what? I smashed my target. Boom! Smashed my target. I think I'm like 150% above my target.
Mm-hmm. That's huge.
I said from the start, £2. I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to put the same effort in because I'm raising awareness. Because I'm going to put like a message on my back saying men's mental health matters.
I love it.
Beep if male mental health matters. That's what I'm going to put on my back.
Oh, sounds good. Yeah, no, definitely. Because as you said, it's such a big pandemic and stuff. It's not a pandemic, but it's such a big thing these days. And I think you could actually really inspire a lot of people to come out and speak about it.
Oh, someone just give me a £30 donation. What the
fuck? Excellent. Keep them coming.
I get emails of donations and I've got loads.
Excellent, man. Obviously,
honestly, it genuinely makes me emotional. Every time I see a donation, I'm like, fuck, people give a fuck. Do you know what I mean? People care. It's such a nice feeling. It spurs me on even more. It's like, fucking, I'm doing this for everybody. You know what I mean? Doing it for myself as well. It's just a challenge for myself. I'm doing this for everyone. I'm earning these donations kind of thing. Even if it's £2, I'm earning that donation. That's why I'm doing 2 marathons and being a mad get. Sure, guys, I'm earning it.
I think, you're a credit to everyone who goes through struggles, and yourself, Aaron. Obviously, I'm always a call away if you need anything, as you know. I need
a nice pop.
All right, I've got some ice pops in, so we'll sort that out. But yeah, hopefully in the long run, we want to be doing retreats and stuff. So maybe if you want to meet Aaron, we can bring him on the retreat. That might be exciting. I bet that. Yeah. That'd be cool. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, we can have another podcast maybe after your run, see how you do, or maybe after your fights when you win on your fights as well. Notice the when. But yeah, it's been awesome. Hi guys. Yeah, true.
And I've already had my teeth knocked out.
It's been awesome, Aaron, man. Thank you so much for doing this podcast and for
You're
being
welcome.
honest with everyone. Like you've been open, you've been honest, and I hope anyone who's listening can take some inspiration from the things you do. Thanks again, Aaron, mate. You've been a
All
credit.
right. See you in a bit,
All
mate.
right. See you in a bit, mate. Bye. Bye.